Yes, sir. Verse 15. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens.
Read that again.
She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens.
And she do what? She not only looks out for her husband, she look out for the other women that's in her family. The people who help her, her girlfriends and all that. She's looking out for everyone. But guess who's giving her the resources to do so? Well, not only can she look out for the house, she can look out for others, women in her family and others. Why? Because the man had provided the resources. Now, this is the virtuous woman the Bible is speaking about. She take care of the house. She makes sure the food is cooked. And you know what? Rarely does she seem spent or out of it. She's in her nature doing all these things in a day, but still keep herself up, still keep herself looking good. But now, under this new feminist movement, which is really turning a lot of women, in a society to, I'm not going to talk about that. Let me put it this way in a nutshell. It's turning women against their nature. Women weren't meant to be hard. Women were made to do everything we're reading about in Proverbs. Take care of the home. Look out for others. Make sure food is on the table. Relish in the position of having a man and serving a man without being deemed weak by others. Read on, Elder Lawya.
Yes, sir. Verse 16. She considereth a field and buyeth it.
So he trusts her to even look into real estate. She's looking at a real estate plot, and he trusts her. Well, what do you think about it? And she says, well, this, that, and the other. And, he trusts her to a degree. He'll say, go pull the trigger. That's good. We need that. Read on.
She considereth a field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands, she planteth a vineyard.
She has a green thumb. She's still out there cutting the roses, making sure the thorns are off of it, picking tomatoes and planting onions, a vineyard. Now I'm going to show you the value and how we know the devil even understands the value that's in women who can do all these things. They set up a society, Elder Lawya, in which, and this is true, they structured a society based on this, on what women do naturally. Women are workers. 73% of all spending decisions, I've looked this up, in a home is done by who? Elder Lawya. 73% of all spending decisions are made by women. Now, when we read the book of Proverbs, it makes common sense that they would know that because she's buying the field while he's out making the money. She's the decider on how the money's spent long term in respect of that man's legacy. Right?
Right.
Because really, it's what he wants. She's been around him long enough. She talked with him. They have planned out their lives and the future of their children. So he can trust her to make those decisions because those decisions will benefit him, her, and the future of that family. That's what it's talking about in the book of Proverbs. So the devil will look at that and say, you know what? If she's making all these decisions and 73% of what's being spent in the house is through her, it'll benefit our economy to put her at odds with the man. because the money goes back in the economy.
Right.
The money goes back in our economy. And there's no future for the children. If she's making 75% when you round it off of the decisions when it comes to every dollar spent in a home, women are making what? 73 cents of that dollar is her decision on how that dollar is being spent. The man can make the money, but at the end of it, he trusts his woman to spend it. Right? So if Satan can come in and turn her at odds with him, right? Now the money goes into the economy, and there's no money for legacy for that particular family. So then there was some. So when men try to fight back and say, "Hold up, I don't want to deal with this," they was like, "No, you are indebted now," and they will make sure, even in divorce courts or whatever, that the majority of that money is given to her because she's going to put the money back into the economy. So this was a business move, having men and women at odds. It was a business move.
Right.
Right? Anything you want to say on that, Elder Lawya?
No, sir. No, sir. I mean, it's hitting the nail on the head perfectly.
Okay. Let's finish reading.
Verse 17. She girdeth her loins with strength and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hand to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy.
Come on.
She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings.
And she makes sure all of her children clothing is clean. Even when I was growing up, I mean, we lived in a poor neighborhood. But I tell you what, there was never a time where I went into the drawer where I didn't see my dresses and all that. I didn't see my underwear all laid out. As far as I'm concerned, you know, some magical person would come and just make sure all that was put there, and all I had to do was look into the drawer, and it was there. And this was at a time, brothers and sisters, where if the washing machine didn't work, my mother was using washing boards. Okay? But when I came home and looked to change up real quick and take a shower, everything was folded neat. My underwear was in the same place. My socks were in the same place. And it was 5 of us. It was 5 of us. That means this woman was working. She made sure that her children were going to have clean clothes, and there'll be no holes in their clothes. And you know what? Not once did I see my mother complain when they're using washing boards. And we're living in a time where there's washing machines, Elder Lawya.
Right.
Washing machines and modern technology, and everyone is saying they wore out. I don't want to do no housework, when really the housework is done for you. The dishwasher you have there. We didn't have dishwashers growing up. Washers, dryers. Major technology have given all of us more time to do what? Browse. Right? When I'm reading these scriptures, it doesn't sound like an oppressed woman in the Bible to me. This is a happy woman, because everything she's doing is to highlight her position in her nature as God intended. This sounds like a happy woman to me. And at the end of the day, her family, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren is going to benefit from what she's doing right now, because her money isn't going into an economy. Her money is going right back to building a legacy for her family's name. When the last time you heard about that? Doing something for your family's name. The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
when it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.